Good morning. Such a nice way to wake up. Got the fire kicking back in. Got the howl of a dingo behind us, at least one dingo. Cockatoos up on the ridgeline. They've got like pink feathers, so I'm not sure quite what type of cockatoo that is. It's just spectacular. And Ange has made us some blueberry pancakes.
Yum.
Oh yeah, what a way to start the day.
So if you haven't watched last week's video, we are currently in Finke Gorge National Park. Highly recommend you check out the video to see how we got there. It's basically a paradise for four-wheel drive. It's a scenic drive. It's one of the most beautiful national parks we've seen on our travels. So it's just very special. We found this spot yesterday and decided we were going to stay here a little bit longer because there's just something really special about this place. By ourselves. So yeah, we're very happy we found this spot. So yeah, this morning I made banana pancakes. A lot of you, if you don't follow for a long time, may not know how I make it. So just very briefly, for Chris, I double up the recipe. I use 1 banana for me, 2 eggs. This morning I got a bit creative. I added some blueberries. Just use some chickpea flour for extra protein. I just mash everything and then I just pan fry them. And then the toppings, you can do anything you want, really. I put a little bit of honey on mine. Chris like jam and peanut butter. So it's super versatile, super healthy way to start the day. Lots of good fiber, carbs, protein. Perfect way to start the day. Very nice morning so far. It's been super peaceful. We took it super slow. We actually, not that slow, we actually still climbed that rock behind us. So we went all the way there, managed to climb at the top, and the views from there was phenomenal. It looks much higher when you're up there than when you sit here. And then we ended up finishing on the other side. And here we are back at camp. We've got the all-day fire going. We did a bit of, I guess, relaxing. I did a bit of stretching, which I like to do when we stop like that. And especially here, like with the sun, it's just the perfect place for it. And now we're going to do a workout. What is on the cards?
I am instructing today's workout. So we're going to do what's called a EMOM, which is every minute on the minute you do an exercise. And usually that consists of 3 different exercises for a number of rounds. Our first exercise is going to be 15 squats. You've basically got to do 15 squats within 1 minute. The faster you finish it, the rest of that minute is your rest time, and that's your only rest time. Then when the second minute goes, you go on to your next exercise, which will be 15 rows for us. And then the third exercise will be 15 push-ups for me and 15 lunges for Ange. So 3 different rounds. Every minute on the minute we'll do 8 rounds. And we've had this for ages. I think I had this in New Zealand a long time ago. Way back when I was much younger. It's called the JBL Charge 3. They've got many more different types that are probably better than this now. And it's basically just a little wireless Bluetooth speaker that can also charge your phone at the same time. So we always crank that. We've got some tunes saved on our phones. We'll probably play some liquid drum and bass, something pretty chill. And at some point I'm going to try and get an upgrade to this, of maybe even a different brand, more of a high fidelity sound. I really like sound, so it's kind of a bit of an audiophile, I guess. And this is cool, but it's mostly just loud. You can't really get clear notes from it, especially when we're in the cab driving. So that'll be something that I'll eventually upgrade, but it's handy, these things.
So Chris is going to use his dumbbells here, and I'm going to use the old trusty sandbag which as you can see, it doesn't look very good, but I've had this sandbag as well for such a long time, since the start of our travel with the Jeep, and it's still in one piece, and it was like the cheapest piece of equipment I could find at Kmart, so that's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, they don't sell it anymore, so yeah, it's quite weird, but it's really good piece of equipment if you travel and you need something light. And
What's going on? What are you doing up there?
admiring the view and sunbathing.
And just getting that post-workout tan in the middle of winter. Let's go up and check out the view. Up on the gun hatch. Hello.
Hello.
How's that for a view?
Good.
Check that out. Insane. A little bit of wind picking up now, but it's getting really hot. So cool.
I would have never thought I would be sunbathing in winter in the Northern Territory. That's pretty cool.
I spent about 10 minutes beforehand cleaning the roof off. There were sticks everywhere. Looks a little bit peculiar with the white, but it does reflect heat really nicely. So we're definitely going to keep it white. What do you think?
Yeah, agreed.
I think it's time for a steak sanger. Alright, steak sanger time. So I've reheated the T-bone from last night, the leftover one. It's going to be pretty easy. Got some nice grainy bread, so I'm going to heat that up soon, make that nice and crispy. Then I've got a base of hummus from Abella. It's tasty, it's good for you. Then I've got some rocket. The reason Ange and I buy rocket is it lasts way better than spinach in the fridge. You can have that way overdue and it will still be fine, so that's a tip. Cherry tomatoes. Then we've got a little bit of proper French Dijon or mustard, smoky barbecue sauce, and that's it. So let's start to cut up. So major overkill with the Honshu knife, but I love it. Look at that, cuts so well. Oh, this is enjoyable. So T-bone, so there'll be the bone right in the middle, I guess. Yep. All right. Perfect. Cool. All right, so I'll heat up the bread now and then show you what the finished result looks like. Finished result, look at that. Can't wait. All right, I'm not going to have a close-up of me eating like so many overlanding channels do, because no one wants to see me eat up close. Alright, goodbye.
Alright, and now it's not my time to make my lunch. I'm making a little bruschetta with kind of like a leftovers I've got. I don't have too much like fresh food, but it's still pretty good. So I've got some mushroom, I've got a tomato, I've got some halloumi, which I absolutely love. It's not the best technically for you because it's very salty, but it tastes just delicious. So just make sure I cut some very thin slices and not too many at once. I've got some avocado, I've got some rocket. Yes, because it's gonna be a loaded bruschetta. So what am I gonna start with? I'm gonna toast my sourdough, chop all of that, and I'll show you the finished result. Alright, bruschetta is finished. This is the result. Ta-da-da! Loaded bruschetta. I'll join Chris outside. And I won't show you as well a close-up of me eating. Bye-bye!
Caught myself a beautiful little fish. See you, buddy. Just went for a little bit of a flick. It's got a little rod beef stick that my mate Caleb gave me in Exmouth, and I just haven't really used it. There's loads of fish in here, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a go. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I need to practice for when we go up north. I want to catch some barra. So if you have any tips for barra fishing, I think this rod will be too small for a start. I would love to hear them, because I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to rod fishing. Sparing's my jam, but I'm really keen to catch some barra. So I'm going to keep having a few flicks, see if I can catch something a little bit bigger. Little trophy river billabong fish. And another. Two for two.
He's a river angler from Seattle.
Pretty good. I'm stoked that I got those two, but I don't have any more yet.
Oh. It's a little appetizer for you.
Using the right gear. But they like this little weight, almost like a flasher. So I've got that above the hook, and maybe I've just been lucky so far, but they're definitely aggressive. This wind's picked up a bit. It's blowing the flies away. How was it?
Refreshing.
Better is it?
I don't think I can go lower than that.
No? Go on. You're in now, you may as well swim. Get those flies off you. What is that noise? Come on, get in there.
Oh my god, he's so
You can do it. It'll feel better once you're in. What is that noise? You sound like a bear. Nice job.
He might come and eat me.
Nice job.
Oh my god, I can't believe I got in.
Must have been beginner's luck with the fish, because I only got those two, but that was really enjoyable actually. It was almost like a little bit like meditation, just having that little fish. That was nice. So we've come back here, reignited the fire. We're not going to cook on the fire tonight though. We've both actually got separate Asian stir-fry meals we're making. I'm making a chicken stir-fry with noodles, and just making more of a tofu satay stir-fry with noodles. So that'll be delicious. And maybe later on when it gets dark, I might try some more Astro. I did some last night. It was okay. A few things have to line up to get good Astro photos. First of all being the moon. If it's full, it'll wash the whole sky out, so that doesn't work at all. Luckily it's a new moon at the moment, or I can't remember, actually might even be waning. It's very small, so luckily we've got really beautifully dark skies. The next thing you've got to work out is whereabouts the Milky Way is going to be in relation to your shot. If you just take a photo anywhere up in the sky, it won't necessarily look good. You really want that Milky Way streak running through it. And then there's also what's called the eye of the Milky Way, which is the most photogenic part of the Milky Way galaxy. But that's only visible in the night sky certain times of the year. For half of the year, that's actually below the horizon in the northern hemisphere now. So unfortunately, just as it gets dark, the eye of the Milky Way is just dipping below the horizon, so I can't quite get that. And the other thing is lining your subject up for when the Milky Way passes. So as the Earth spins, the Milky Way obviously changes, or the Earth changes position relative to where the Milky Way is in your shot, I guess. So last night, luckily, it was just streaking up overhead, so that I didn't have to get up at like 1:30 a.m. and I use this app called Star Walk 2, and that helps me time where the Milky Way is going to be. You can basically scrub through the minutes or the hours as the night goes, and it will kind of streak around overhead. It's a really cool app actually, and I use that quite a bit, even just for interest's sake, because if you see stuff in the night sky, you can be like, what is that, and shoot it up it. So I really recommend that app, because from memory it was free.
Beautiful end of the day. So nice. It's actually really warm today, to the point when at some stage I went to check on Chris because he was going fishing for hours. I was like, where did he go? Like, he just disappeared. And I jumped in the water because it was quite tempting at that time, but it was way colder than I thought. So I struggled actually to get in, but I did it. I was quite proud of myself. I can say I've ticked off the Finke River / Billabong jumping in. And while Chris was fishing, I was just like relaxing here. I finished this book, which I don't necessarily recommend. I wanted to have a little bit more of a self-development book about positivity and things like that. But I guess, yeah, this one didn't have really good takeaway message or like anything to learn from. It was more the story of the author. Still well written, but I would not recommend it. And then recently I finished a book called Atomic Habits on Audible, which I really liked. And now I've just started another one called The Resilience Project, Finding Happiness Through Gratitude, Empathy and Mindfulness. I'm not going to say the name of the author because I'm probably going to butcher it. I'm going to try anyway. Hugh van Cuylenburg. I'm sorry if I pronounce that. Hugh.
How do you spell it?
H-U-G-H?
Hugh.
Hugh.
Hugh. Sorry, Hugh. To all the Hughs out there. Man.
I'm sorry.
They hate you now, eh?
I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, this one seems quite nice. I'm only at the start of it, so I'll let you know. If you've got any recommendation of audiobook, podcast, books, let me know.
Hey, man. Ooh.
It's like, you don't sound like a dingo.
Ooh. He's like, you would make a terrible dingo. Alright, that's us from this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. A little bit different than normal, a bit less cinematic, a bit more like a day in the life kind of vlogging style. So let us know in the comments if you like it or if you prefer our normal style.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. We are heading out on this 4-drive track. We've got a little bit more of Central Australia to visit before we head to the top end of the Northern Territory. So stay tuned. Remember, please subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys.